Hey guys, welcome back to the Thompson Model Shop, and guess what we have here today? Issue 16 of the build, the Ghostbusters Exto-1. Just a real recap is of course we're going to be doing some stages here. Looks like we're going to be doing that back side of the vehicle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get on with it. I'm going to go to stage 55. If you're following along at home, that's great, and you can just watch this video. If not, follow along in the manuals that the fan home will provide to you. But other than that, we're going to move on because we have the meat and potatoes right here, guys. It's all here, stage 55, 56, 57, and 58. So, like I like to say, is let's get to the meat and potatoes and start putting all this together. So I'm going to bring back our little piece here, and when I bring this back, we're going to start adding some pieces to it. We're going to build ourselves a little box. So without further ado, let's get to the bench and get on with this project. All right, guys, so check this out. It's actually a green color, and you got a black phone here. Now, in the book, of course, it doesn't show you the colors, but that's pretty cool. So we got ourselves a cable. We got all the pieces that we need. So let's go ahead and do step one, which is assembling the radio. Alrighty. Alright, so with step one, I have my three pieces. My three pieces are going to be the top half, then the box, and then our little screw, our DP screw. So what happens is you place this piece right on top. Alright. So you're going to take basically 55A and B, put them together to create the whole box. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the screw. The screw is going to get inserted here, and then it'll be hidden because now we're going to have to bring back the back end of the vehicle so we can mount this in, and then we'll be screwing that in with two more DP screws in here and here to secure it to the back side of our interior. Little known fact, all right, when you want to place it in, there's a little notch here and then a little piece here that goes all the way down. Don't worry, that's so that way you put this on the correct way. All right, so you'll make sure that this flat side is facing you, and you will just place it into place. All right, and once you place it in there, it'll line right up with everything, and then you'll screw it in. Alrighty, and there you have it. It's all screwed in. Now when you put this in, it will make a little snap noise. You didn't break it. It's just put into place the correct way. So we're going to go ahead now and move on to step two. And step two is, like I said before, we're going to put it next to the back seat. All right, and I've brought it back. And the place that we're going to be put it is exactly right here. Now, if you're ever wondering how it's going to go in, it's very easy because they put this little piece that sticks up. And that little piece that sticks up is what's going to, hold it into place into the right spot. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that it goes right here. We're going to screw it in with two DP screws. Once that's done, we'll be good to go. And so there you have it, guys. It's all put in nice and snug. Two DP screws are in there, and it looks really good sitting right there. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with that. I think that looks really good. So without further ado, let's go on to step three and assemble the handset that's going to come with this. So with the handset, it's pretty easy. So what we're going to do is basically take our big piece here, and we're going to put it where that is. Then take this piece, place it there, and then we're going to attach this hose to the green box, which then gets attached to this phone. But for this section of the video, I'm going to go backwards, and I'm actually just going to attach it to the phone, so that way when we bring back our bottom half, we can just attach the phone and then put the phone in its jack, and everything will be good to go. There you have it, guys. It's all set up, good to go. The good part about this is that we actually didn't have to put any glue here or here. They clicked right into place, and the cable here went into place really good. So without further ado, we're just going to bring back the back seat area, and we're going to complete stage 55 with attaching this phone to the big green box we just put in, and then mounting this into the jack that the phone will be sliding into. And since this is going to be so easy, I'm just going to show you how we're doing it. We're going to take this, all right, you're going to come right on top here, and you're just going to wiggle the cable in there so it locks into place, all right. And then once that cable is all in there, nice and snug in there like it's meant to be, all we have to do now is take our phone, put the cable in there just right, so that way this slides right on inside. Okay, so this will just slide right on inside. I don't know how they did it on here, but they're showing it that it goes downwards. So we're gonna see if we can slide it in there, and there it goes. Just like it said in the book. You just slide it right down, hides right in there, and you got your cable already there in the slot, just as it is in the picture. That looks pretty snazzy, guys. So without further ado, let's jump in to stage 56. Okay, and here's stage 56. We got all of our pieces here. We got our little cushion, and never fear, there's some foam there. It's just underneath the cushion already. Got our plastic piece, and we have our EP screws and MP screws. We already know the MP screws are going to go in these four areas once we mount the seat and the cushion together into here, and then we will then use the EP screws for our base plates and our little hand frame here. So don't worry, it's going to be fun. We're going to get through stage 56 without a problem. Okay, so we have our cushion, it's inside. We've got our little rubbery type seat, and we have our plastic piece. As you know, we're going to take our plastic piece here. Doesn't matter which way you put it in, it's going to be right anyway. So all you're going to do is take this piece, throw it in there, just like so, and you're going to put the cushion, just like we did with all the other cushions. All right, and we're just going to place them inside the plastic, like so. Okay. This one's being finicky right there, but that's okay. Then we take that, and now I have my 4 MP screws. I'm going to go ahead and put those in here, 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 and here. All right, so now step 1 is completed, and we're moving along, guys. So let's go on to step 2, where now we're going to attach it to our metal slot here. And then when we attach it like that, we're going to basically just put it in this position, and then take our seat cushion. We see the 4 here, and we're just going to go ahead and attach it in like this. Because remember, we still have our little handrail that's going to have to come right back here. So I'm going to go ahead, grab some EP screws from here, screw it into place down here at the in these 4 slots, and then we'll be good to go. Now, according to the magazine, you don't want these sides facing up. You want these sides facing up, because I believe these sides are the ones that are going to be mounting into our back seat area and through here. So make sure everything's good to go and you have it faced just like so, and then put the seat cushion on top, and then take your EP screws and screw it in. And there we have it, guys. It's all set, put in, and we have the cushion, so it looks like someone can actually sit on it. So that's pretty nifty. Now, our next phase is going to be step 2, where we bring in our little handrail here. So with our little handrail here, this is kind of tricky because it's got a little curvature here. That curvature has to be on the edge, and then you're going to place it here, and you're going to put it on the tiny screws. Don't get distracted by these 2 other screws holes, because we're going to get to those probably at a later time. So don't worry about those. Don't fret with them. Just focus on the 2 tiny ones. Those 2 tiny ones will be, once again, with some EP screws, with the EP screws going this way, okay? Don't be trying to come up through the back side. They got to come from the top. So I'm going to go ahead, screw in our little frame here, and put on the fitting of the support, and we'll be good to go with this jump seat. Alright guys, so at stage 56, we are pretty much completed now. Once again, like I said, we have our black little slated piece, and it doesn't tell us where we're going, but don't worry, throughout this video, I'm going to tell you where this piece goes. Now, we still have everything screwed in, looking pretty sharp. We have our screws, and everything's nice and tightly fitted. So without further ado, let's jump on to stage 57. And welcome guys to stage 57 now. We're moving along pretty quick. We just got one more stage to go, and we'll be completed with today's video. Once again, still thank you for coming in and watching our video and seeing us as we go through this journey of building the Ghostbusters Exto-1. So stepping with step one, stepping into it, I guess, is building the seat backing. So we're going to need all three of these pieces, and we're going to put them all together. We're going to use MP screws for the rubber, and then attaching it to this black plastic piece here. Okay, and then after that, once all this is connected, we then take this half and we're going to screw it on to here, which then we'll be able to put it on to our other half that we just got finished doing. And those will also be holding this in with EP screws. So without further ado, let's put this all together so we can attach it to that back seat area. And as always, we used MP screws right here. And now we're going to be using the EP screws to mount this to our back seat. And there you have it guys, all the EP screws are in, and now we come with the big adventure where we take the other EP screws and we're going to be screwing them into here, but we're going to bring back our base and then we're going to screw them into those big holes that you saw back there before. However, you'll be screwing them in from the bottom of the base, so the base will be like here and you're going to screw inwards, so that way the screws lock into here and not the base. So here's the base. As you can see, we got to line it all up. So once you line it up and you get it in there, there's no way to hold it in place, so you're going to kind of have to eyeball it where you want it and then take the EP screws and put them through these holes. And there we have it, they're in. Boy, it was a little bit of a pain to kind of line them up, but maybe you guys will have better luck. So no worries, everything is all set and good to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to step 3. And step 3 is where we bring into our IP screws. All right. And we're going to take these IP screws, there's 3 of them, and we're going to be screwing them in into 3 holes, which are going to be going here. But those will be going through the plate of the back of the car, back seat area of the car, so we can put this jump seat in. So I'm going to go ahead, bring back our back seat, and we'll go ahead and mount this and put the IP screws in. Alright guys, and so we're back with this. We brought back our piece for the back seat area, and everything still looks pretty pristine. We have the 3 slots and they're going to be right here. So I'm going to go ahead, mount these on for you so you can see where it's going to go. And then behind the camera, of course, I'm going to go ahead and screw them in with IP screws. Now the IP screws are on the bottom side of the vehicle. Okay, you can kind of see those 3 slots on there. So I'm going to be able to tip this upside down and screw it in. And then we'll come back, show you it all done, and then we can move on to stage 58. And there we have it guys, it is now placed into place. Alright, I know that sounded kind of silly, but our jump seat is put in. We also have our other little back seat area here put in. Everything looks pretty snazzy, and of course our carpet still looks very good, so that's a bonus. Alrighty, so let's move on to stage 58 guys, our final stage of the video. And once again, thank you for joining us on this great adventure here of building the Ecto-1. Okay, so we're on our final journey of this video, and once again, thank you guys for keep watching. This is quite the journey that we're on here today. So what we're going to do is get a cracking on this. We're going to put all this together, and then that will complete our video. and we'll be able to make another video for you and put it into editing, and hopefully you'll come on back and join us. But for now, let's start up with step 1 of stage 58. All right, so step 1 is going to deal with these two parts, 58F and 58B. We're going to hold them in with some KP screws, and we got these right here. And we have KP screws. Don't get confused and think that they're kitchen police screws. Okay, ha 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 for you guys, for your military, and you know what I'm talking about. And of course, our IP screws we'll be using later, not to be confused with Irish pennants screws. So, alrighty, let's move on. Take our two KP screws and we're going to put them in here to lock in our little piece here. Now the KP screws are going to go in through these two little holes, which line up with these two here. So without further ado, we'll get those together. There we have it. Figure A is done, and we have our two pieces together. They kind of just sit down like this. They look pretty cool. So now we have to work on figure B. Figure B now is where we're going to put these two pieces together. And this does not require any screws. So that's very interesting. It just has two little pieces here, and you have these two. You just line them up, and we'll do it real quick for you guys. We're just going to lock it right into place. Just slides right there into place. Once it slides into place, you're good to go. You have it. Figure B is all completed. Now I ain't gonna lie, it was a little tight. Yours might not be that way, all right, but it was a little difficult on this side to kind of get it in there, but I was able to finally get it all lined up nice and flush. So that's a winner for this piece. So now we're going to move on, and we're going to be attaching our piece here, and that's going to go right over here like so. And then we're going to be grabbing 58C, and we're going to put that inside here, and we're going to put those two together. So they're going to sit just like this. They kind of lock right into place. It's not really a hidden secret there, but they lock into place. What's going to hold it all together now is when we do figure D and figure E. So 58G and H are going to come into play, and that's these pieces here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to mount them on the sides here, and that's going to lock everything into place. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Figure D all completed with 3 KP screws. And we flip over to the other side here, and we have our 3 KP screws for figure E, or Echo for you military guys. And that completes this step. So we'll be able to put this down and put it off to the side. And now we're going to bring over our final piece, and that'll get us here to step 2. This is probably the shortest step that or the shortest stage that we get probably for the rest of this adventure, but who knows, right? So you see these two here, and you see these two. It's kind of self-explanatory that we're going to be putting these in. This is where we're going to be using the IP screws. Okay, so I have my little baggie with 3 of them in there. We're only using 2, guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to mount this into here. If you're wondering which way it goes, don't worry. If you see here, there's a little square, and then right here on this piece is a little square. So that way you know you're putting it on the right way, and you're not going to have it backwards and have to undo it somehow later on. So for now, we're just going to line it up. All right, we're going to put it in that little slot, and we're going to basically put this together. All right, using that little square there. All right, there it is. Oh boy, that fit nice and snug. Felt real good putting that together. And then I'm just going to keep it upside down here for a second, because I have to go back get the IP screws. So let you guys know, I'm going to put 2 IP screws right in through here, and then I'll show you the completed part. So guys, of course, this is the end. Not the end of our journey, but the end of our little episode here, our little video. And stage 58 is now completed. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and coming by our shop and watching us as we do these adventures of building multiple different models. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, guys, I got to get going. So you guys out there keep on modeling and stay tuned on our channel for more of Build the Ecto-1.